Wilbur.
Oh, gee.
Okay. Yeah, whenever you guys want to start.
Okay. Well, here with Tom Skore, an old pal, and Tom's going to be retiring from UAA this year, and go out and spend more time flying his plane. But to get to the point here, this is a really goofy and really fun show that they're putting on here for Tom's last directorial effort at UAA. So tell me a little bit about this play. Actually, tell them. I know about this play.
This is a play one of our students found. In fact, he is actually playing Will Shakespeare. Picked it up down in Los Angeles at the Sam French bookstore. And it is it's William Shakespeare's Land of the Dead. It takes place on the opening night of Henry V, backstage of the Globe. This is the opening show at the Globe Theater.
Which it really was.
Where it is now. It involves the Lord Chamberlain's Men, which is Shakespeare and Burbage's company. Burbage was like the Century 16 chain owner of Shakespeare's theater. They're really, you know, they're the bigwigs of the arts back then, and it takes place on the opening night. And Will Kemp shows up this particular night. Falstaff has been written out of Henry V, and he's now with Ned Allen. He's back with Ned Allen's company, and he's very ticked off about the fact that he's been written out of Henry V. So he shows up just to do a jig on stage after the show is over.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. So the play is all history up to that point with the people in the actual company. And then oddly enough, Bacon, who is, you know, there are a lot of thoughts about who wrote Shakespeare's plays. Was it really Shakespeare? Was it the 17th Earl of Oxford?
Right.
You know, was it Francis Bacon? Well, Bacon shows up and he's trying to get Shakespeare to endorse a play that he's interested in. I don't want to go any further and be a spoiler in that, but Francis Bacon shows up. The Queen eventually shows up. There's also a plague that is overtaking the city, and before we know it, we've got zombies feeding into this play, what they call the afflicted in the play. It is a very fun, weird combination of actual history, comedy, and some actual fright in the kind of George Romero zombie Night of the Walking Dead sense. It makes for wonderful entertainment. It's totally PG.
And who'd have thunk that this would all fit right in with William Shakespeare?
Well, I've had a lot of people talk to me about wanting to come see the play, and they'll look at me and they say, I just can't wrap my head around zombies and Shakespeare. I've just got to come see how this all comes together. So.
Oh, God. Well, your team is so impressive. I mean, the costumes, the makeup, the set. I mean, the lighting is it's really fun to shoot here.
It is an amazing undertaking. Colleen Metzger, our costume designer. This show actually, I think, has more costumes than Spamalot, which I directed a couple years ago. The set design that Dan Carlgren put together, we've used all year, but we've reconfigured it, and it's just lovely. And what's really helped the show is having the set in place, the props in place for a couple of weeks, so that the cast has gotten used to working with all these things and timing things out, which is one of the reasons we've been able to take a day or two off here and there.
Yeah.
That's been nice. Dan Anto, our lighting and designer, the whole team. Justin Allers doing the sound. The cast gets totally spooked out backstage when we're playing. Some of the music is so scary. And walking around in the dark, everybody's like, get me on stage, get me on stage.
That's funny.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, God, I can see that. Well, everybody's so happy. I mean, in the makeup room earlier, they're just...
Everybody's so happy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, what's that? Once bitten, twice shy. But so now, okay. So what are you going to do? What is the retired Professor Tom Skore going to be up to?
I have no idea. I probably will try to do some writing.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, the easy part's writing it. The hard part's selling it.
Oh boy, don't we all know that? But I've read your stuff. I mean, you're very, not only prolific, but you write some good stuff, and I've really enjoyed it. I loved your Lizzie Borden screenplay. I wish somebody'd do that.
I'd still like to get Lizzie off the hook. I thoroughly believe she's innocent.
Yeah, I do now. I do now, just from reading the tremendous amount of research you did. But so you're not really sure what you're going to be doing. I will point out that the only real bad thing about doing nothing is you never know when to knock off for the day.
Well, you know, I don't think I'll do nothing.
No, I
One of
can't
the
imagine.
nice things about being here at UAA is having had pretty much the summers off. We don't do much theater during the summer, you know, and I've had some responsibilities, but one of the things that's nice is you kind of get used to having a block of time
Yeah.
to yourself,
Yeah.
where that's when I would write. And I think that coming into the summer, it's going to feel like it normally does. When it's going to feel strange is come September, when I know everybody else, I'm going to be imagining everybody else doing very creative things, and I'll feel really bad, like I miss them. And then I'll think about them doing administrative things, and I'll go, I'm taking a vacation. You
Not
know?
so bad, yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
like everything else. It's,
Well, but in the off seasons before, I mean, you've done things that you don't normally associate with academia. You built your own airplane, for one.
yeah.
Well-
Well, I don't think anybody will miss that around here because I talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's,
Okay. I'll
you
bet.
know,
Yeah.
But I think people have come to understand that I see flying as an art form, and you
Yeah.
know, I mean, one art form feeds into another art form. So,
That's right. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
So, God, this is great. I mean, we're all sorry you're retiring because we're going to miss your masterful touch here. But man, what a, you know, being as young as you are, and what you know, what fun to get out there and just do something else.
Will be. I'm trying to decide whether I stay in Alaska or move to Hawaii. So
Ooh,
it's a tough choice,
decisions.
but somebody's got to make it.
Yeah, yeah. So, anything you want to say to our adoring fans out there?
Well, I hope they come see the show, and I hope they enjoy watching it as much as we've enjoyed doing it. I think
Yeah.
it's a terrific night's entertainment.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't miss it. Tom, all the best to you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Skore, retiring.